The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has accused the former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Kenneth Minima, and a company of diverting about 13.6 billion naira belonging to the Nigerian Army. The Army was allegedly diverted into the accounts of 4 other companies. Justice Gabriel Kolawole of the Federal High Court in Abuja on June the 30th ordered the freezing of accounts belonging to Minima and the accused company. With us in the studio to discuss this is a constitutional lawyer, Olanrewaju Ajanaku. Many thanks for joining us on TVC News Hour today. The court has spoken, indeed, based on the ex parte motion coming from the EFCC. Okay. The court is in order, isn't it?
Very well in order. When conducting an investigation, if the investigator or investigators somehow discover that there were some funds traceable to a particular person in a bank, the first thing they can do, quickly do, so that that fund or funds will not be dissipated, would be to ensure that an interim order of forfeiture is gotten against that account that has been disclosed. And the only way to do it is to approach the court. You cannot do it unilaterally. You can't just write to the bank, because there has been issues on the commission writing the bank to freeze an account before now. Whereas, because that one has gotten them enough suits against them. But what is mandatory for them to do, as provided by the Economic and Financial Crimes Act, will be for them to approach the court ex parte by virtue of section 24, 26, and 36 of the EFCC Act. If they approach the court will give them an interim order of forfeiture, pending when investigation will be concluded on same.
Now, this is one amongst many similar cases the EFCC is handling. How can the Commission's hand be strengthened to be able to achieve more success in prosecuting politically exposed persons who are so accused? Oh,
well, yes. One thing, the only thing that they need to do is conduct proper investigation. Don't just rush to court. But one thing also, another thing also that I would say is this, that is very certain and germane. For purposes of you not taking or dissipating the fund, you can come with this order. But the order will be granted for the first instance for 90 days, and which is renewable upon application brought by EFCC. But one thing also is this, for you to be able to win, achieve success in court, you need to have a high level of investigation. Don't bungle your investigation. If you bungle it, because that's the starting point, the moment the foundation is not right, you cannot lay anything on it and expect it to stand. It will crumble at the end of the day. Proper investigation is needful. It should be done. As we can see now, something similar to this is being done in UK, is it UK or US now, that the authorities investigated the Ziani. They ensured that they traced all the places where they have those things and then approached the court for forfeiture. You understand? So we need it. Ensure that it's a super tight, watertight investigation that can assail you when you proceed to investigate.
Let's stay with the EFCC. The EFCC will pride itself that in 6 months, between now and June, they've been able to walk and perhaps secure conviction of about 113 cases. That's what the EFCC says. But some of the heavyweight cases are not part of these cases. And I know that there's a case that EFCC is also involved in about diversion of food in the IDP. I'm not trivializing that. But isn't that beyond or below their pay grade, really? Doesn't that stretch the EFCC too thin when cases that matters are perhaps left unattended to the way they should?
You see, we are the one belaboring EFCC indeed. Every little thing that we want to do now, we say, oh, approach EFCC, approach EFCC. Whereas you have the ICPC there, people don't even go to them. You see, perhaps because of the level of successes that EFCC achieved in the past, do you understand? That will be the reason why people are always approaching EFCC. But that is not to say that EFCC is not being belabored. The manpower they have, I would say, is not enough for them to cover the ground that we are making them to do now. We should have specialized, that's one of the reasons why some people are saying, please, you need to divest the powers that EFCC has, maybe to just only investigate and let prosecutorial powers be in another agency. But there are things we need to say about that, but not for this moment now, because there are arguments for and against, and don't let us digress. But one thing that we are saying for sure is this: we need enough manpower for EFCC to be able to do what they are doing. Well, yes, the very high-profile cases that have been lost and won, we realize that the ones that have been lost, they have proceeded to the appellate court to challenge what has been arrived at. Let us wait and see what will be of those cases eventually.
Now, I wish you would digress, but you choose not to. But remaining with the high-profile cases, yes, which are not part of the, success story that the EFCC loves to boast about, what does it say about the anti-corruption war?
Well, it will have two sides of the coin too, because some will see that, well, yes, with what EFCC has, they've done well. Just because those high-profile cases that will command respect for EFCC have not been won for now, because it is not final. They have the right to appeal certain cases, go to the appellate courts to do that. But I will not say that they have actually failed totally. In the meantime, they need to have at least one or two high-profile cases won onto them on their side, so that people can believe that indeed they are doing what they are supposed to do. But I believe at the end of the day, we'll see one or two high-profile cases that will be won by EFCC.
You want them to play? You want them to play to the gallery to impress the people?
No, I don't like that. Okay. I don't like the issue of they playing to the gallery. It's not everything that you are doing that you bring to the press. You understand? You do something, some things covertly. I mean, it is only when you have gotten the result that you come to the fore, come to the public to say, oh, well, yes, we got this. But you doing it before, I mean...
But without digressing, what would it take for us to get, comprehensive reforms, perhaps as advised by the Presidential Advisory Committee on Anti-Corruption, that will enhance, the capacity of the EFCC with or without the prosecutorial powers to do its job satisfactorily?
You are digressing. Okay,
let's just stop it in few seconds.
I want to say that the advisory committee has rightly advised, and I want to believe that they'll go into it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Many thanks for your time and your thought on TVC News. Our constitutional lawyer, Olanrewaju Ajanaku. It is time for yet another break on TVC News Hour. Join us again for more stories.